待ち合わせの場所はフロリダ州タンパ。約束の時間通りに彼はやってきました。
Hello, sir. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for coming.
おはようございます。You buddy? おはようございます。
デレク・ジーター、42歳。
I do. You know, it was when Ichi came to the major leagues. You know, there had been a few Japanese pitchers that had come over, but there really hadn't been any position players. So I think everyone was a little bit curious. You know, how is the game going to translate from Japan over to the United States? And we really didn't know much about him, but you know, he had an immediate impact on the game. And Ichi's a rare breed. You know, it's a player that you see come along, you know, once in a generation. Ichi was a guy who was very professional. The thing that amazed me with Ichi is, you know, he was always hitting every day. I mean, I think he took maybe a day or two off when the season was over, and he'd start hitting again. So I think a lot of people need a break from the game to get your mind off of it, but he lived and breathed baseball, so he cared quite a bit about his job.
Same about you.
Same, but I took a little more time off, though.
そして私たちは一通の手紙をジーターに手渡しました。差出人は
Dear Mr. Jeter, hello Mr. Jeter, my name is Atsunori Inaba, a former baseball player in Japan. I was a teammate of Ichiro at the 2009 World Baseball Classic. I played against you in the Team USA at the Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. As a friend of Ichiro, I would like to ask you two questions. Will you kindly answer them? No. I will not answer. No, I'm just playing. How much of the impact Ichiro brought to Major League Baseball? How did he change the game of baseball? I think the impact that Ichi had on the game was, you know, our game has always been international because, you know, we've had players from the Caribbean, we've had players from, you know, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, all over. But Ichi really, I think, pointed out to all the baseball world that regardless of where you're from, if you're a great player anywhere you play. And number two, will you kindly share with me the most memorable moment story with Ichiro? Oh man. There's a few things that stand with Ichi. Ichi cared about his teammates. You know, I remember in 2012 playoffs when I broke my ankle, and you know, we were changing in the back there, and I just found out that it was broken and I was going to miss obviously the rest of the playoffs, and I just remember sitting down and Ichi was in the room. It was just me, him, and you could tell that he cared about me and my health and my well-being, and it was almost like he sort of stayed there until I left out of respect, and you know, I'm sure there's a lot of memorable stories that I have, but for me, from a personal standpoint, I just remember that moment with Ichi when it was a time that was Ichi took the time to sit there and you know, have a conversation with me. So that's my most memorable moment of him. Okay, and it finishes with, I'm looking forward to meeting you in the near future, either in the United States or in Japan, and talk about baseball. Sounds good. I look forward to it.
そして最後にジーターからイチローへ。
He's always been, you know, you've always been one of my favorite players, and you know, I enjoyed competing against you. More importantly, I enjoyed playing with you, and to get an opportunity to get to know you as a person outside of how great of a player you are. I had a great time playing with you, man. So many more to come.
Thank you for taking your time. I know you're busy, bro.
No problem at all. Anything for Ichi. Mata ashita.